Everyone, it's me, Colin. Welcome back to my channel. What is going on, you guys? Today is a beautiful day outside, and I was like, you know what? It's time to film the video. Today's video, it's not about fashion whatsoever. It's more about my college life and just, I don't know, it's super casual. I want to talk about time management today and how you can get things done in college without stressing yourself out. A favorite YouTuber of mine, Danielle Carolyn, she made a video about how to do it all or how she handles her time. I kind of want to come through and give my own representation of that and how I kind of get it all done. I don't think I'm her. She's a junior in college. She's been doing it for a while. I'm a freshman in college. For those who don't know, I go to the University of Memphis and I'm a fashion merchandising major with a minor in marketing. So I love my major, first of all, but I do know time management skills pretty well because I have learned it, and what I've been doing lately works for me, and it may not work for you. However, I think I do have some tips that could help you. So definitely stick around, keep watching, get comfortable on your couch too, and let's jump into the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about are kind of like my credentials and what I do, or like what my task load is. So like I said, I go to the University of Memphis. I'm a fashion merchandising major, and this semester I decided to take 19 credit hours. Now, if you're a college student, you know that can be a lot. I definitely know it is a lot. It is a big undertaking, but last semester I took 16 and I was like, I'm not challenged. I personally like a challenge. I don't know why I do it to myself. It's so stupid. I feel like it was too easy for me last semester, so I want to say, you know what? Let's get back on the dean's list and do it while being more tasks. And so 19 credit hours is a lot. To add on to that, I work a part-time job, so I work like 15, 16 hours a week, and then I try to do YouTube, and I try to do social media. So I try to upload on Instagram regularly, I try to upload on YouTube once a week. So those are my things, that's kind of my task load for each week. Now for my classes, most of them are gen ed. I am in my major already, so I'm taking 2 major classes this semester. I'm taking a bunch of gen ed classes, one of them being anatomy. That was kind of like my challenge class this semester, and I say that because I always kind of want to like have a class in there to like make me work for it, and anatomy makes me work for it. I kind of, sort of, my teacher kind of covered it in high school, so I kind of thought I knew what I was getting into. Kind of, but not really. Like, it's not terrible, but it's that class that I worked towards. So I like a challenge class. I just like having a challenge to do. My job is really forgiving. There's such a great job because I can possibly sometimes do work while I am at work, so it allows me to be thinking about things for school or edit a YouTube video when I have that downtime at work. Without that, my life would probably be a mess. I'd probably have to either take less credit hours or possibly not even work. And then I have YouTube, which I try to upload once a week, and I try to upload on Instagram twice a week. And so taking the pictures probably takes like 30 minutes by putting an outfit on, taking a picture, editing it. You want to do that twice a week. Editing YouTube takes about 30 minutes to an hour. No, filming a YouTube video takes about 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's probably going to take you an hour or 2 depending on the type of video and how much time it is to cut it all together. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is basically schoolwork and studying time. It's super important. If you're in high school, if you're in college, you need to listen to this part because everyone needs to understand. There are 2 types of people. I'm the person who would rather work all 7 days a week and have an equal time of each, instead of being the person who works Monday through Friday and Saturday, Sunday they do nothing. Personally, I just find it more manageable. Maybe because I am taking more credit hours, I don't know, or maybe because I just can't stick to something for too long. Like my longest work period I can probably do is like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. So you need to have that time, or decide the time of each day when you're going to sit down and do some work. For example, study time. Now when it's time to come to studying, one thing I always recommend, and I feel like people don't listen when it comes to this, if you're tired, the things you're studying, you're not going to retain it. So for me, I am not a night worker. So I am not going to study at night unless I've had coffee and unless I'm feeling like super motivated. I do not study at night because I hate it and I know I'm going to forget it. Things you can do when you are tired, if you're not feeling motivated, or if I am going to do work at night, is rewrite notes. Rewriting notes is like the most brainless thing that you could ever do. For me, I have my lecture notes, and then I'll have like the PowerPoint and things I'll miss. I will go through and I would do that. Reading, kind of, sorta, but rewriting notes is so much better because while I do that, I also find time to watch YouTube videos. So I probably kind of, over time, hopefully learn your work ethic. I definitely had to learn mine in high school. I went to a high school where we have the International Baccalaureate program. I graduated from that. And basically, it's kind of like you're taking college level classes your last 2 years in high school. And it's hard, and you always kind of have something to do. And I think that's why I loved it, because I always felt like, wow, I have work to do. You get kind of like an adrenaline rush, but at the same time, you will have your down days. But in between that, you had to learn how to work. And I learned from my friends. My friends were great, showed me how to study, rewriting notes, I got that from them. Quizlets are like amazing. I don't use them as much. I use it for more like vocabulary. That's what I find Quizlets for. So that is how you want to work and divide your study time. For me, a few hours each day. I work during the day. Some people are night workers. Some people want to get their work done Monday through Friday, and by the time Saturday morning comes, they don't want to think about anything until they go back to school on Monday morning. And that is totally fine by me, because it is your life. Next thing I want to talk about is kind of like your workload and how not to stress yourself out. Some people are motivated by others. I know I definitely am. I see someone doing something, I'm going to want to do it. That's kind of a goal of myself this year. It's not to like envy other people or compare myself to other people. Because the truth is, there's always going to be someone doing more than you. Period. I mean, there's always someone that's going to be doing twice as much work as you are, this much work as you are, and that's because that's how much they can do. Like, they can do more just naturally. But at the same time, there's always someone doing less than you. I don't think you should be cocky about it or feel insecure about how much you're doing. You need to be proud of it, because the thing is, especially in our generation, mental health is a huge thing, and at the end of the day, your mental health is what is most important. However, I don't let my mental health hinder me, and I don't think that you should let your mental health hinder you. I feel like to a certain extent, if you're not feeling well, if you're constantly feeling down, it's kind of a time where you either need to take a step back, you need to talk to someone, whether it's a friend, maybe someone who is like a counselor, someone would be better, but you need to go talk to someone and be like, what am I doing wrong? What more could I be doing? What less should I be doing? Because sometimes you have to take things off your plate. You know, I had a friend taking 15 hours, and he was like, I just needed more time to worry about other things. So he took that off his plate, because you have to balance everything out. You gotta balance school, you gotta balance your life, you gotta balance like your goals. And I feel like you're not gonna get anything done if you don't have a goal. I'm in college because I want to do something in a fashion career, and it's teaching me so many things, and that is a goal of mine. Also, YouTube, Instagram, that's a goal of mine. Now, when it comes to your workload or everything, you do not need to pile everything on yourself at one moment. I've had a day, and I know my friends who have had days, where it's kind of like they think about everything that needs to be done, and then they freak out, and it's kind of like you're paralyzed and you're stagnant. I won't do that, or I will teach you guys not to do that. The thing is, when you notice everything you have that daunting list. I make a checklist in my bullet journal, and we have my to-do list for today and things I want to get done today. And when you start crossing things off, and when you start working at something, you're being more productive than sitting here thinking, I will never be able to get this done. Don't say never. It's not a good word to say. Don't doubt yourself. I feel like that's another thing. Your mental space, once again, do not doubt yourself. Breathe. It is okay. You can take your time with things. Some things are going to take longer than other things. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is free time. Now, I'm going to have a free time section, and I'm going to have a YouTube time section. They're two different things. Do not mix them up. Free time is time that you spend to hang out with friends or other activities and things that you want to get done that is not aligned with like your workload, which comes to school, or like your job, or kind of like a goal like Instagram or YouTube. Free time is going to be times to go out, hang with friends, go try new restaurants, go sit in the coffee shop, go to the gym. For me, one thing that I've kind of done this semester is kind of like I always feel like I need to be doing something until a certain point at the night. So instead of me going back to the room and sitting there at 7 o'clock at night, I go to the gym. I need to get out, and I need to be doing something. I think people don't understand is that there are all these hours in the day. If you spend half your time sitting there being unproductive and doing nothing, no one's going to feel bad for you when you're stressed out of your mind. Also, that's another thing that helps with stress is going and releasing endorphins, running. I love cardio. I will get on the treadmill. It's the only thing I want to do when I go to the gym is get on that treadmill and I'll run, I'll do incline, I'll sweat it out, and you will feel so amazing afterwards. You will be sore probably. You'll probably be sore, but you're going to feel amazing afterwards. So that free time, you need to learn how to balance that. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about is actually you time. The time that you are reserving for yourself and yourself only. Everyone needs to have that hour or two sometimes in the day where you are just by yourself in your room or in a quiet area and you can do whatever you want to. So for me, I am kind of like a morning person. So sometimes like if my roommate's not there, if he's going to class, whatever, I'll get up, I'll eat some good breakfast, I'll watch some YouTube, and that is my time to be by myself, and I love it. Or at night, I love watching TikTok. That's kind of like my favorite pastime. That's you time, watching TikToks. You time is maybe if you're religious, praying, worship time, you know, taking notes on the Bible. Everyone needs to have those certain points of the day where they just like, you know what? I'm going to be by myself. Because for me personally, I have something called a social meter. And after about 2 or 3 hours of hanging out with somebody, or if I've seen people the whole day, by the time there's a time, I will be over it and I'm not very enjoyable to be around. I will probably be like the Debbie Downer who's ready to go home. So I need my you time. This is a time for you to recharge, either start your day, recharge, or end your day. Please take that time. Because if you do not take that time, every day, it's going to make life unbearable. And I've seen people who've done it, and they look bad, and they're tired, and they look crazy. I'm just like, you obviously didn't have any you time today, and you probably need to go back and redo that, because everyone needs you time every day. Period. Alright, so we've reached the end of this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted something that was one, more casual, and two, candid. People do not talk enough about taking time out of the day for yourself, how to work, you know, how not to stress yourself out, because I have so many friends who stress themselves out, and I'm just like, it is truly okay. I know people get tired of hearing it's okay, but it's so okay to like breathe, take a step back from something, and then come back and approach it in a different manner. Do not let yourself get overworked over something. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to, follow me on Instagram, Colin X Chapman, and I will see you guys later. Bye.